Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to League 1, Season 31. It is Week 6, and after some technical difficulties for a game that was supposed to happen earlier this week, finally, number 14 Colorado are kicking off at the UCLA Bruins, and hopefully turning the ship around now after a rough end to last season and beginning to this season after that close loss to Miami last week, but number 4 undefeated Miami. So hopefully we can get things back on schedule now in conference play. We will take a quick look at the Colorado Buffaloes here before we get started. All right, so Ryan Staub is a field general. He's a 78. Okay, hopefully we can attack him. That would be good. Alfredal is a 81 elusive back. Not as fast as Augustave, but good. They don't have a fullback. They probably don't play one. Wide receivers, 85. Miller is a 79 with 91 speed. So McKell is very fast. Timmons Jr. is actually okay. He's better because he meshes with the boosts better, but he's not as quick. So he's in the slot. Solid tight end in Kopets. Offensive line, 86, 88, 79, 81. 74. This is a good line. This is why they've got a winning record is because that line is protecting. So we're going to need to do something that's going to attack that, because that was something we just couldn't get done against Miami, but they had an incredible line. All right, defensively, 84 playing left end with speed, 80 at right, 78 D tackle, okay. 82 left outside linebacker, 69 middle. Ooh, he's vulnerable. 76. So good, better on the left than the right side of the defense. Corners are very good. 87 and 86, 81 free safety, 76. Okay, so I very much want to run the ball against this team. Very much want to run the ball against this team. Do not want to have to pass into those corners. All right, so without further ado, let's try and bring UCLA back. Okay.
Welcome everyone to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that
and it is wet.
25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bruins will kick it away to start us off.
Because in either game, life or football,
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Colorado's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open.
Boom.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up. But how about the
first-down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14.
Who's going to win that inch?
He's looking to throw.
I don't have any life in it. It's because I'm still willing.
Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do
On
it.
3rd and long, he has to
You gotta
throw
look
for
at
it.
the guy next to you. Look
Gets
into
away.
his eyes. Now I
And the
think you're
defense
gonna see
makes
a
a play,
guy
sacking him back at the 10.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to
because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's the team, gentlemen.
Spanning more than 15 successful seasons and covering the country from Florida, North Carolina, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, California, and Virginia, this is League One NCAA football.
Doesn't say much
A
for
great
the
start,
when
the
you're
3 and out.
looking forward to the For this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it from the gun. And the Bruins get it past the sticks.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, are the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up tempo or they're not. It's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great
Oof,
tackle there.
that stunk.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Moss.
Oh, shit.
They're working
That
out
was a
outside,
miracle.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Sturdivant. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Oof.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
I haven't done a whole lot with that, but all right.
The Bruins have this offense rolling. From the gun. Give on the inside. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Running back searching for a hole.
There we go. TJ.
But this defense is taking some punches.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better at it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
All right, good start. 3 and out, and then just pounded the rock.
45 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Darasov. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc.
They've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to
Another one bites the dust.
right there.
And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get to do, another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout.
Oh,
Just missed his man, gave him just a little
oh shoot.
touch.
I didn't think
And it looks as if they've buzzed down.
they're going to say it's a
Replay wants
catch.
to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
That's what I thought.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Right on target this time. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to...
Mm-hmm.
Another one bites the dust.
Man, it didn't take long for the
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get to do, another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
Solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. UCLA will go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Gets it out fast. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
With jet sweep pass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting him drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Looking for space. It's Harden. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Oh, man, there's some
All right.
going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Offense about to reel off the 7th play of the drive. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sturdivant. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
First downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Leaves it with the running back. Drives into the defense and they get it
So
down
close
after
to getting
pickup
away
of
from it.
3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the Bruins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a
There was a
chance.
huge gap, and I got pushed back in my own damn guy.
Grabbing you around the shoulder pad.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
The running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for hands, though. He knows how to get in there. He knows how to make those happen.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the 1st quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
interceptions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And sure, tackle there to keep it from getting to the first down mark. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll try to really get into this one.
Huge defensive stop on third there.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Back to pass, it's Moss. He makes the connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They'll leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football.
Woo!
Nice job on that play.
Big play
He knew
there.
exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. In the red area, it's Harden. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. The give to the fullback.
Oh,
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese, like the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Moss. It's complete. And he'll be brought down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's
going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. It's complete on the right side. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. Powers through. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Woo-wee!
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Okay, we're going to leave you with some halftime stats and get back in 5 minutes after a halftime break.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Okay, solid first half. Getting it to work. Good defense.
UCLA
Okay
will get back to
offense.
work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Moss. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, shit.
Picked off,
Okay.
bringing it back. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it.
Well, that's not how we wanted to start off.
So my guy can get it and take
He looked like he was going back with the other guy. And maybe I should have waited, but I didn't think I had time to.
And it's
All right.
up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're
Okay.
about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. players on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. After the run, now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Sturdivant. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman. You think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
Using his legs. It's Harden. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Give to the fullback.
Woo!
Finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Moss. Got his man down the middle. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The short hands. It's Sturdivant. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the hallelujah land. Touchdown, UCLA. No mid-season doldrums for these guys. They push out the lead.
All right.
Unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
He just refused to go down. Kept
Whew.
finding space.
After a big misread on my part.
Take it at the 30-yard line.
All right.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hand.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long. Where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Fullback's got it. Running with power. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
All right, Gordon.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give out of the gun. And the Bruins will move the sticks with the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back. Takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Bruins have their offense in high gear.
Here we go.
Might as well give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The give to the back. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for room, it's Gordon. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Gets open down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Finds his man down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bruins! And the pummeling has started. Boy, do they need that score. Gave a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
There's no mercy for college football. They've got a huge quarter. They are still chucking it. They are still scoring.
The 18 unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 19 over Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying to find his man on first down. And he's going to go down at the 1.
Another one bites the dust.
There's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Lofts one high and deep. Couldn't quite haul it in.
Would love to have that pick, but great deflection.
First pick here late in the game. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to pass, it's Moss. He finds his man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down.
This is not 4-down territory. This is milk the damn clock territory.
Another critical third down here in the fourth quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Smashes ahead. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job of trying to play this nice, seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be able to come back to all around after you lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your round.
And he made that extra point that took no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. He's going to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I know this defense.
Another one bites the dust.
I don't know when they're wildest scream.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get to do. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in
Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off, accuracy.
Deep shot for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. UCLA will go back to work on offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. A keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Gordon. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, how about that play call? Third down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And that's the kind of win we're talking about.
The odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. They got a landmark win.
Coaches actually do a great job motivating those guys to get the plan like to call them. Just wanted to play the game out. They were more disciplined. They had to do
Gain respect. You want respect, you talk about and guess what? Now what happens? You start to find your team in the right spot.
That's going to do it for us. Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, our entire broadcast. I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
All right. Let's take a quick look at what else is going on in League One action. All right. In Week 6, West Virginia beat Kansas State. Boston College beat Appalachia State. Iowa State lost to Baylor. Kentucky narrowly beat Ohio State. And Vanderbilt trounced Florida. Coming up next week, Florida is at, number 1 Texas. That's going to be tough. UCLA is on a bye. Kentucky hosts Wisconsin. Kansas State at Texas A&M. 4-0 unranked Texas A&M. That's going to change. East Carolina at BC. That should be a good game. Both teams 3-2. And that is it. So, in the immortal words of Coach Spector, have a great week. Kick its ass.